Greetings and welcome to my channel. This episode's a little different than what I've covered so far on the channel, but I wanted to bring to you my thoughts on a non-spoilery way about the first two episodes of The Wheel of Time, which I was able to go to the premiere in DC yesterday, and because I have retired early, I was able to actually go. If I had my job still, I doubt that it would have been an option for me because of the distance and these are the kinds of things I was looking forward to in being able, in retiring early. So with that out of the way, let's get to the review. Wanted to mention a couple things about my backstory just before I get into the review, so you have a little bit of context for what I'll be talking about. But I only read the series last year. I started in January of last year and finished up in or around October. Um, Nynaeve is by far my favorite character, and since then I've been watching a lot of the other YouTubers, especially Dusty Wheel, Up, um, Nameless, uh, Jenny over at Lesbian Nerdy, all those YouTube creators, and getting you know more in-depth information in the world. So, and I've really enjoyed it. I've been looking forward to this show now for over a year. So a little bit less than some of the big fans, but still, I was really looking forward to it. My overall thoughts, well, I loved it for one. I'm happy with all the changes they've made so far. Nothing stands out. There might be some things that I need to wait and see what happens further on in the season, possibly further on in the whole series, to see what I think of some of the changes that they've made. I can't make a judgment yet necessarily on a couple things. I did have one minor issue and a couple of things that, I'm not 100% sure about, but I'm only probably going to bring up the minor issue in this video. Um, it is something that really stood out to me, but we'll get to that in a second. Specifically, first I wanted to say I thought Lorne Balfe's soundtrack fit great. I wasn't sure how it would work, but in different parts of the show while hearing it, it actually seemed to fit in quite well. So I was a little bit worried about it, but after seeing it, I think it works. Visually, looks great, and this is where my one issue was. During one of the main action sequences, there's a lot of shaky cam work that I'm not a fan of. I understand probably why they did it, and maybe it's going to look different on a small screen. I was fairly close to the screen in at the screening I was at, and it was kind of um, a lot of movement for being that close to the screen. So it's possible it's going to look fine on television, which is what it's intended for, but I guess we'll see on Friday. Um, the young cast did a great job. Um, as you can see behind me, I've got a picture of Nynaeve, a print from Corey Lansdell. Um, love it. But Zoe Robbins did great. All of the young actors did great in the show. Um, and what can I say? Rosamund was awesome. I was um, a little concerned about how she would come across, but I'm really liking a lot of what she's done so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. I want to see more Paddon Fane. His introduction is kind of low key, but I'm really curious to see where they go with him. I already like the White Cloaks much better than I did in the books, and we haven't seen much of them so far, but uh, already a big improvement for me personally. All of this is obviously my opinion, and film is subjective and all of that, but I really enjoyed it. I like the way they introduced male channelers. Now, I'm not sure, this is early on in the show. I'm not sure how non-book readers are going to feel about it, or, well, even book readers, I'm not sure how they're going to feel about it. But I did ask my wife. She's not a book reader, but she was there with me last night. And I think I really loved it, this introduction. But I asked her, and she wasn't sure what happened, which I could understand. She wasn't quite sure what had happened. So probably upon second viewing, she might have a better idea of what happened, but I really like the way they handled it. So overall, um, can't wait for the third episode. Looking forward to the whole season. Should be a great next 5 weeks. Again, this isn't my usual content on this channel, but it does have to do with my early retirement in that I was able to see this due to my early retirement and was able to travel there. Um, had a great time. Malkier's King was our host in DC, and he did a great job. I'm not sure if anyone got turned away. I have a feeling it probably happened, but I don't know how many people might have been turned away. Um, I felt bad for him, but the show is going to be dropping in a few days. The line formed up a lot earlier than I thought it would. Anyway, if you like this video, please leave it a like. I'm not sure if you want to subscribe if you're just looking for review videos because I probably won't do them very often. This is kind of a special case. So, but feel free to leave your comments below. Again, looking forward to the series. And if you're going to retire, retire to something.